There is a silent war between two giants over the creation of Anioma State in Delta State. I know a lot of you have been wondering what is happening about the creation of Anioma? What is happening about that project? Upon all the noise they make few months ago, how come even up till now, the tenure is about to come to an end? How come up till now, this state, has not yet been created? There is a very, a silent war between two giants. There is a video I'm going to play for you here now. Yes, it is between Okowa, which was the past, governor, and the main man spearheading the project of Anioma. In fact, I'm not going to say anything first. Let me play that video for you guys to see what Okowa himself has to say. This video is not too long. Just try as much as possible to watch so that you can understand and know what is happening within the circle. Just watch and see. This is Okowa.
And one thing that I have refused to publicly speak about, but I need to take 5 minutes to address the issue, is the issue of the creation of Anioma State. Because there has been a lot of misconception. There has been a lot of misrepresentation in social media concerning Anioma State. No Anioma song. I don't believe that there's any Anioma song that is opposed to the creation of Anioma State.
Not at all.
Not me, as we try to portray. But the Anioma that we seek must be the Anioma that the people collectively wish for. And the Anioma that we wish for, and is the collective will of the people, is that they want the Anioma made up of the 9 local governments in Delta North that will be resident in the South-South geopolitical zone.
That is it, sir. That is it.
With Asaba as the headquarters. And Asaba daughter fought for us. And today we have headquarters of Delta State in Asaba. Somebody who does not even understand how it came. Suddenly you want to wish away that headquarters.
It's not possible.
It's terrible. It's unwise. And it ought to be. Because common sense should have told him that what he's doing is wrong. We know the importance of the headquarters. And by God's grace, Asaba is growing beyond bounds. Nobody will stop the growth of Asaba in the name of Jesus. So it's important that when we are pursuing something, that's why I talked about consultation, a consultative presentation. You must be in touch with your people. You must know what the majority want. But when you believe that you know it all, you go the wrong path. I don't know it all. With our people, talking with them, we shall collectively know it all and take the right action. I want to make it categorically clear that if you know the timetable of the legislators, you will know that we are already important to anybody who is talking about state creation.
And that was it. Now, this is my take on this issue now. Right? Okay. You see, a few months ago, I made a video concerning this whole issue, and they went actually viral, and then a lot of people were furious, a lot of people were angry, so many people were as well happy about, the contribution which I made concerning this whole project. You see, I need you to understand certain things. You see, politics is about interest. Yes. Either self-interest or a people's collective interest. In a place where there are limited resources and everybody is scrambling for that resources, I think it is unwise for you who is representing a people to scramble, to partake in the scramble of these resources for your own personal aggrandizement rather than for the people. Before now, I never knew that, that the intel of this whole project was like this. Okowa actually explained it all. He said that the pursuit of this project was to wish away the state capital. Possibly bring state capital to your own, your own domain, right? And then to take the state itself and then situate it in the southeast. And then he himself is not actually from Asaba. He is from Agbo. But he is strongly opposing that. That no, somebody thought our daughter paid the price. Our people paid the price for this state capital to be here. Right? And for we to wish away ourselves, to wish away our state capital does not make any sense and it cannot happen. And secondly, the situation of the state should remain where it is. That's, for me, I feel, is politics. Whether the state remains in the southeast or remains in the south-south, that is politics. It does not stop the fact that you are still brothers. The people in the so-called Anioma State are still the same people as the people in the southeast. If you go to the Anioma now, the people doing business, they up and down, are still the people from the other side. There are no boundaries or hurdles, right? So, but you must understand that the creation of this state must be for the interest of the people who wanted the state. In other words, the creation of Anioma should be for Anioma people. Anioma people's interests should supersede everything. It should be the number one priority. And what does Anioma people want? That should be what should follow, the creation of this state. I'm not going to say, okay, maybe Okowa made 100% the right thing. But I'm going to tell you categorically clear that the creation of Anioma should be for the interest of the Anioma people. It does not stop you from being the brothers to your own or to other people or being less of Igbo. You are, of course, you are Igbos. Even if some of them see you as fake Igbo, you are still number one Igbos. You are brothers. And the people doing business, they cross over without any, we as well go there to do business, do buying and selling, buying. They also come, there is no stopping. Even if the two governors can as well decide to link up each other by creating train line that connects these two stations. When I become the governor of that Anioma State, this is what I'm going to do. Build a very standard train connectivity between Asaba and Onitsha, or Anioma and the Anambra, to make things easy. It will not even look as if the two states are two different states. So, but you have it in your mind that Anioma is south-south, this one is southeast. Those ones are politics. It has nothing to do with anything. Yes, but if it is for the interest based on allocation and all that stuff of the Anioma people, let it be like that. Anioma should be in the south-south, right? When the time comes and God says tomorrow that Biafra now is going to come, or whatever the reason, the territory is going to, the entire old southeast will be automatically reunited without the intervention of all this noise. Yes, because just the same thing we are facing now, we are still going to face it in River State. Where the state, where is a very major part of Igbo land, such as Port Harcourt, is wished away to another people. We are still going to face it around that Igala area, where Igbo land is wished away to Kogi, right? So when the time comes for God to say, okay, the Biafra territory will harmonize, it will happen. But now, in this present dispensation, it is politics. We must follow politics based on self-interest. The only thing I am surprised about and never support in this video, number one, is the wishing away of Asaba as state capital. That portrays selfish and self-aggrandizement. I don't think Chief Dennis Osadebe, who fought for the people, I don't think he had this kind of thought in his mind. Because when Chief Dennis Osadebe was at the forefront of creating good life for the people of that region, including the Bendel, that state, Midwestern state capital, was in Benin. It was in Benin. And then they created Bende State. The state capital didn't move from Benin. It was still there. And then they created Edo Delta State, right? Because from Bende State, they carved out Delta State, and then it became Edo State. The state capital was still there. So I see no reason why. In fact, this is shocking. I never knew that there were some certain persons who wanted to sell off this just for certain things. No, it portrays a personal aggrandizement in this whole project. Now you can see the reason why there is a little bit of break on this project. The creation of Anioma should be primarily for the interest. How do Anioma people want it? If it is too complicated, too, complex for people to know, then you can put out a plebiscite, more like a referendum out there. People can decide, should we be here or should we be there? Right? You cannot force people or force something over people, and at the end, you start to struggle, you start to have problems. And then, this is actually the real thing that breeds discrimination and conflict between two communities. Yes. Let the people decide, and when they decide, when the time comes for politics, again in a regional form, it can still take place. So this is actually the little thing surrounding the Anioma project. People have been asking me, what is the issue? I thought so, but all the noise we want to make a few months ago, say by now Anioma supposed to come. What's the way? This is what is happening now. Let us hope this whole thing is resolved, and then the people come to a consensus on how it should be and go very well, rather than creating a problem for us after creating a state that is supposed to be of advantage to us, and then it becomes a problem for us, right? If you've not followed this page, tell us what you think and follow this page. Put your own comment, your own contribution on the comment section, and tell us what you think. Don't forget to share it to others so that a lot of people will learn and understand what is happening within that project at the moment. See you again in our next update. We are okay for now.